One of the biggest requests from our users for Talkadot is now available. I cannot wait for you to see. We have been asked by so many of our users, can we customize our feedback flow more? The answer is now you can. Let me walk you through all the coolness that you can do. So what you want to do after you log into your account is go over to codes and then add a code, and you're going to see this setup page right here. You're going to have two ways to set up your flow. If you like the preset stuff that we've created for you within Talkadot, you can just click on quick mode, and all you got to do is upload your bonus, name your code, download it, and good to go. But if you'd like to customize it, let's go to advanced mode and see what goes down. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice is that you're going to have this preview panel on the right-hand side. So everything that you do now as you're creating your survey, you're going to be able to see what it looks like. So let's say I want to name this code Sales 101. Sales 101 right there. You'll notice that the code now shows that, and I can also change it and see it in real time. You can add a description. This is my sales talk. So you can know what the code is about, and click next. Oop, I already created that code. Let's create one I haven't created before. Boom, that one right there. Now, once I create this code, there's a few things that you are going to notice you can do. The first thing is you can change the questions here with our new Talkadot Elite plan. So let's say I don't want to say, let's get your contact info. I could say, give me your deets, player. Not that I would recommend doing that, but you could if you wanted to. And if you want to make the email required and the name required, you now have the ability to do so. Or maybe you don't want to ask for information. You're going to notice that we've got this little eyeball right here. So now you can click on these to hide those questions so they don't show. Now, here's what's also cool. We are going to keep the most important quantitative and qualitative data points, but allow you to shorten or elongate your survey. So with this particular question, was a Rails talk valuable for you today? So this one is uneditable because this allows us to get a little bit of quantitative data, and we're going to ask a qualitative data set of questions so we can still get you really, really exciting information with some new feature releases that we're going to be having. With this though, when you hit next, you can change, was this talk educational? Was it actionable? The way we used to. But what if you don't want to ask all of these questions, right? Now, we've optimized this flow. We have hundreds of thousands of data points that show that our survey works. We get a 98% completion rate. But let's say you don't want to ask those questions. You can say, I don't want that question to show. And I don't want that question to show. And then once you get familiar and comfortable with our tool, you can click on all questions, and you can actually see any one of these questions right here. So if you want to hide all of these emoji questions here, you can. If you want to unhide them, you can. So you have the optionality of hiding questions now, so you can make them shorter. But let's say you want to add a question that's not in here that's really unique to you. All you have to do is click this button right here that says add a question. And now look at these new drop-down options. You can add a yes/no question. Is a Rails head too shiny? Okay, yes, no. Maybe I want to add an open-ended question. Tell me more about your favorite book, right? I can add that. Or maybe I want to add my own emoji scale question, okay? How cool is this new feature? I can now change the question, create my own emoji scale question. I can keep the ones that are already built into Talkadot, or edit them, or delete them and add new ones. It's your choice, which is really exciting. And you can also do a multiple choice question. So for example, which one of my future talks would you like to hear? The one on scarecrows, because that's an interesting one. The one on sloths, or the one on turtles. Okay, so you can add these things, and then people can have multiple choice, and you'll have this option to make these questions visible on your report or not. So that means when people give you their feedback, if you're asking an internal question that's just for you, maybe it's like this kind of question that you want to know the answer, but you don't want the public to see it, you can not check this. But if you're asking a question that you want to share with your clients or potential clients, and you want people to see the answers, you can click this and make that public. So it's super exciting. And then here, if you want to delete any of your custom questions, you can just hit that little delete trash can, and this little slider thing shows that you created a customized question, or you can hide them. Now, this was a really big request of a lot of folks, which is the lead generation question. So if you have this question built in, The default used to be, do you book paid speakers for events? But what if you're a coach and you don't want to get lead generation for your speaking business? You want to get for your coaching business. You could add, are you interested in I can't even spell, one-on-one coaching? Right? Now, here's what's super cool about this. By putting this, let me just spell this correctly. Good Lord, have mercy. There we go. So just by having this question as your lead generation question, you can say yes, no, but I know someone who does, and this is your referral-based question. Or you can say, I'd like to introduce you to someone. You can change this language now so that it's more appropriate to your brand, your message, and your unique message. You can keep the systems we have, of course, or you can make yourself. Now, what's really cool about this is that by changing the lead generation question, your leads will still go into the booking lead section, the referral lead section, your email opt-in section. So they'll still get categorized for you. We'll still identify them with our AI technology to show you which one are your hot leads and that. So we'll still do all of those things for you when you modify this lead generation, but it's for you. Now, if you do change this lead generation question, two things I want you to be aware of. The first thing is the follow-up question here is, would you like to book a rel for future paid speaking engagements? I think a better follow-up question might be, would you like to schedule a call for that coaching or whatever it might be? And you can say yes within the next 6 months, no at this time, yes, but not sure when. So make sure you change that follow-up question. And then when we go to our follow-ups for you in the leads follow-up section here, if you change the lead generation question, everyone will still get an email from you, but it's going to be our generic email right here for all email opt-ins. So if you still want your leads to get booking lead follow-up questions, which is the one that we have set up right here, this one will only go if you keep our lead generation question. The moment you edit it, totally fine and totally okay, they'll get this email. So what that means to you is that everyone will still get an email with the valuable bonus that you have offered them as a thank you for them giving you their feedback. So it's super exciting, and I cannot wait for you to see all of the cool things that you can do from a customization perspective. Now, let's do something really cool. Let me show you some other things that you can do within here. So let's go all questions, and let's say, hey, the flow is pretty good. I want to go here. And you know what? I want to hide that question. That's totally fine. But the bonus. Now with the bonus, you can upload a file. Boom. So now that you have that, your bonus is there. Now, if you want people to schedule a meeting with you, you can put your calendar link right here. So this will only show up for people who are leads who do want to book a conversation with you. If you don't want them to book a conversation with you, you can just remove it, and you can see it removes right there. Your LinkedIn and social media will pull up. If you want to add like your Instagram handle, you can add it there and see exactly what it looks like. And once all is said and done, this is what your slide looks like. You can, of course, preview it here on the side panel, or at any point, you'll notice there's a preview button right here. So at any point as I'm building my tool, I can just hit preview, and I can actually see what my audience will see when they give me their feedback. So this is a really, really cool way for you to make this exactly the type of feedback flow that you want. And our beautiful new designed survey, come check this out. We have a new beautiful design survey. So all of your reports will be beautiful. You can get all of your answers here. You can add your custom questions, and they will still show up in our beautiful reports. And you'll still be able to do all the wonderful download features that you know and love from our tool. So we are so excited for you to see the new version of Talkadot and the customization that you can have access to. So if you go to Talkadot.com, or if you upgrade, we're going to have a pro and an elite feature. So let me show you what that looks like. Oops, there we go. So if you have a pro account, you're going to be able to delete any question that you want and add 2 custom questions. But if you're the type of speaker that wants the full customization like you just saw, you're going to want to upgrade to our elite account. The elite is going to be for the folks who want full customization, and if you talk to more than 7,500 people per year. We created this because it's been highly asked for, and now you have that optionality for full customization, or if you need minimum customization, you can do that within our pro accounts. So we can't wait for you to use our new Talkadot customization feature. We're so excited to release this. We've been working on it for months, and we can't wait to see how you can make your individuality show, but still capture the testimonials, the data, and the leads to grow your business with Talkadot.